red buttons here. You do? Okay. And then everything
I know.
gain footage. Yeah, and record the Michelle, can you tell Shiloh too? Go to Mrs. Marasco.
I already did.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. No, don't say it out loud. Right.
Tonight, we are honored to recognize the 2025 Homecoming Court. Candidates were nominated by school-affiliated clubs and sports teams. Nominees participated in creating a sash, virtual fundraiser for the Adam Memorial Fund, popular vote, and personal interview. Let's welcome Lexi Hess, our 2024 Homecoming Queen. She represented prom committee last year. She is currently attending South Hills and enrolled in the sonography program. Lexi is escorted by Landon and Amy.
Okay.
And now, let us welcome the homecoming nominees to the field. First up, Abby Anthony was nominated by prom committee. She is a member of the volleyball team and student council, ski club, and NHS. Her future plans are to attend college. Abby is escorted by Carter Wynn. Next up, Leah Brooks was nominated by Tyrone. Leah is a member of the Starlight Dance and Twirling. Her future plans are to attend hospitality school. Leah is escorted by Jackson Conrad. Next up, Jasa Carnes was nominated by the soccer team. Jasa is a member of the Ann and Prom Committee. She plans to get a job in the carpentry field. Jasa is escorted by Kyle Scott. Next up, Paige Carper was nominated by FDLA. Paige participates in Drama Club, the Needham, OSA, Pops, Concert Choir, and Prom Committee. She plans to continue her education to become a pediatric echocardiographer. Paige is escorted by Brenson Davis. Next up, Emily Christopher was nominated by Yearbook. Emily participates in tennis and competitive cheer. Her future plans are to attend college to become a phlebotomist. Emily is escorted by Griffin Adams. Next up, Grace Laurel was nominated by Cross Country. She is a member of the swim team. Her future plans are to obtain her cosmetology license to begin working in a salon and to own her own business. Grace is escorted by Rowan Slots. Next up, Lily Fenstermacher was nominated by Ski Club. Lily participates in HOSA and NHS Student Council Freedom Flag Committee. Her future plans are to attend college and major in biology. Lily is escorted by Eric Miller. Next up is Miley Fink, was nominated by the cheerleading squad. Miley participates in HOSA and in Prom Committee. Her future plans are to further her education in the medical field. Miley is escorted by the Tyrone mascot. Next up is Sydney Goodwin, who was nominated by Ann, the Youth Action Network. Sydney is a member of the volleyball team, NHS, Student Council, Golden Revolution, and Eagle Eye. Her future plans are to attend college and major in physical therapy and physiology. Sydney is escorted by Grant Miller. Next up, Gracie Graham was nominated by National Honor Society. Gracie is a member of FFA, Student Council, and AVITA. Her future plans are to obtain a mathematically heavy degree. Gracie is escorted by Katie Splinter. Next up, Melissa Howe was nominated by Track and Field. Melissa participates in FFA, Student Council, NHS, and the Prom Committee. Her future plans are to attend the Penn State University to get a degree in animal science. Melissa is escorted by Quentin Cooper. Next up is Bella Lair, who is nominated by the swim team. Bella is a member of the NHS Ski Club. Her future plans are to attend college to major in business management and administration, with a minor in interior design. Bella is escorted by Evan Blair. Next up, Claire Lehman was nominated by HOSA. Claire is a member of the varsity basketball team, varsity track, student council, and prom committee. She plans to attend college for nursing. Claire is escorted by Corey Gelman. Next up, Haley Lowry was nominated by AVITA. Haley is a member of Student Council, Golden Revolution, Pop, Drama Club, Freedom Flag, Swiss League, Prom Committee, and FBLA and Concert Choir. Her future plans are to attend an out-of-state university for nursing. Haley is escorted by Zach Hewitt. Next up, Logan Markle was nominated by Indoor Percussion. Logan is escorted by Reagan Markle. Next up, Lydia Meredith was nominated by Thompson Extension. Elliott is a member of cheerleading, drama club, FBLA, student council, and prom committee in the Vita. Her future plans are to major in human development and family studies at Penn State, then get her master's degree in social work. Lydia is escorted by Riley Holt. Next up is Elena Murtaugh, nominated by student council. Elena is a member of the NHS and prom committee. Her future plans are to attend college for speech pathology. Elena is escorted by Ethan Denobria. Next up is Anna Myers, was nominated by Tyrone Eagle Eye News. Anna participates in the NHS, VIA, student council, and ski club. Her future plans are to attend college to major in health management. Anna's escort is Michaela Howard. Next up, Piper Meyer, nominated by Hibachi Dave. Piper participates in soccer, All Eagles, VIA, drama club, FBLA, NHS, POPs, and prom committee. Her future plans are to attend Penn State Altoona to major in psychology. Piper is escorted by Rylan Drew. Next up, Grace Naylor is nominated by All Eagles. Grace participates in softball, NHS, and prom committee. Her future plans are to become a special education teacher for elementary students. Grace is escorted by Carter Mobley. Next up, Nicole Ramsey is nominated by the tennis team. Nicole is a member of the indoor and outdoor track and field, NHS, Eagle Eye, prom committee, and student council. Her future plans are to attend Slippery Rock University to major in early education and to continue to run track. Nicole's escort is Jackson Murphy. Next up is Braylon Shaw, who's nominated by the Drama Club. Braylon is a member of cheerleading, POPs, ski club, speech game, concert choir, and FBLA. Her future plans are to attend Slippery Rock University to major in musical theater. Braylon is escorted by Riley Rawlings. Next up, Kathy Soroki was nominated by Quizley. Kathy is a member of the Freedom and Student Council, NHS, and Freedom Prize. Her future plans are to attend college to major in science. Kathy is escorted by Addison Eugene. Next up, Mariah Frankel was nominated by the softball team. Mariah is a member of the prom committee. Her future plans are to attend college to major in radiology and to continue her softball career. Mariah is escorted by Will Mickle. Next up is Elise Moore, nominated by the volleyball team. Elise is a member of the basketball team, track, prom committee, and student council and yearbook. She plans to attend college to major in business or communication. Elise is escorted by Billy Rutton. Next up, Addison Ford is nominated by Golden Revolution. Addison is a member of student council, prom committee, cheerleading, POPs, and track and field. She plans to attend St. Francis University to become a registered nurse. Addison is escorted by Colin Lewis. Next up, Jenna Watson is nominated by the Freedom Flag Committee. Jenna is a member of the tennis team, ski club, drama club, and student council. She plans to attend Penn State University to obtain a history degree. Jenna is escorted by Michael Mickle. Next up, Francis Weaver is nominated by Speechgate. Francis is a member of student council, FFA, and NHS. She is enlisted in the Air Force National Guard and will be attending technical school in the Air Force vehicle maintenance. Francis is escorted by Isaac Weaver. Next is Elena Cooper, nominated by the basketball team. Elena is a member of the prom committee and HOSA, student council, and yearbook. board is growing. Next is Bailey Homer, who's nominated by the Tyrone area FFA. Bailey participates in volleyball. Her future plans are to attend Pennsylvania State University tutoring program and run her own dairy herd. Bailey is escorted by Austin Beaver. We are proud to announce that this year's homecoming court raised $16,455 for the Adam Zook Memorial Fund in association with the Tyrone Race Series. The Adam Zook Memorial Fund scholarships support local suicide prevention within the Tyrone area. The Tyrone Race Series strives to bring people together and create a sense of belonging and connection within our communities. Representing the homecoming candidates, Elena Homer, Elena Tata, and Grace Coral would like to present a check to Hayden Zook, Tammy Wills, Alyssa Kohler, Paul Howe, and Bobby Joe O'Brien, who are accepting on behalf of the Adam Zook Memorial Fund. The homecoming court would like to thank everyone for their donations to this fund. Okay. This year's fourth runner-up is Miss Paige Harper, nominated by FCLA and escorted by This year's third runner-up is Miss Grace Coral, nominated by the Fund Company and escorted by Robert Fund. Our second runner-up is Miss Braylon Shaw, nominated by the Fund and escorted by Riley Rollins. Your 2025 homecoming princess is Miss Abby Anthony, Your 2025 homecoming queen is Miss Elena Homer. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Elena Homer, your 2025 homecoming queen. Congratulations to all girls that participated in the 2025 homecoming festivities. Mrs. Rasco and Ms. Martin would like to thank the administration, teachers, staff, and students for their support over the past few weeks. Congratulations, everyone. tonight was made possible by those who fought and continue to fight for the freedom we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts and our country with the playing of our national anthem, followed by the Tyrone alma mater, performed by the Tyrone area marching band under the direction of Mr. David Hott.
Yeah, you're gonna go over there.
Who had 36 carries, 277 yards, and 3 touchdowns. We did not see him dressed in warm-up, so if he plays, it'll be a surprise. But some of the people to watch tonight, Eli Woomer at quarterback for Tyrone. He's 67 for 131, 1,184 yards, 8 touchdowns, and he had 2 interceptions on defense last week against Penn Cambria. Caleb Whitby, who's had a couple really good nights in a row, 200 yards against Huntington, 100-plus last week at Penn Cambria. 114 carries, 676 yards on the ground, 11 catches, 179 yards receiving, and 10 touchdowns overall in the season for the junior Caleb Whitby. Ashton Amy has 39 carries, 131 yards on the ground, 12 receptions, 202 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns total. And he's been a monster on defense at defensive end. 37 tackles, 13 of them for losses, and 4.5 sacks. Mason Amy, his little brother, 16 catches, 354 yards, and 2 touchdowns receiving, plus 5 interceptions and a fumble recovery. Braden Parsons for Tyrone, 13 catches, 288, 3 touchdowns, and he has 2 interceptions. Owen Oakes, who's played solid at linebacker this year, 32 tackles, 3 tackles for losses, and 3 interceptions. And Kyler Sahoney, who plays the matching end to Mason Amy on defense, 54 tackles, 8 tackles for losses, 2 sacks, and 1 interception that he returned for a touchdown against Bald Eagle area. For Philipsburg, Archer Boffman has been playing quarterback all year, 53 for 102, 688 passing, and 2 touchdowns. Colton Chapman is their ground guy. 159 carries, 703 yards, and 14 touchdowns on the ground. Jaden Jones has been the other running back, 37 carries, 197. Connor Gano with 18 catches for 233, but he also has 72 tackles on defense. Robert McClenahan as a receiver, 23 catches, 327 yards, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions. Their big tacklers, Aaron Davis has 71 tackles on the year, and Mason Marlowe with 38 tackles and 4 sacks for the Mounties as we get set for basically the first round of the playoffs that aren't in the playoffs, because both Tyrone and Philipsburg need this game to be able to make the 4 seed in the district playoffs.
And John, Philipsburg just came out, and I put the binoculars down on them, and their number 8 is not dressed out there. They do not have a number 8 out on the field.
So that will mean DeMarcus Law will not be playing, and he's their speed guy. He's a relative of Ty Law, the former New England Patriot and New York Jet, all-pro Hall of Famer. So that's kind of a good family tree to be part of.
Yeah, and he's only a sophomore, too, 5'11", and 140. You can tell he's still a sophomore. He hasn't bulked up yet.
And, I mean, from that Aliquippa family, normally you don't have the Laws in Philipsburg, but we'll get to see him next year probably. Coach John Franco leads the Golden Eagles out on the field. They're 4-4. And Philipsburg-Osceola is 4-4. We're about ready for the coin toss. The captains are coming out.
And I would think with the number 8 not being able to keep the linebackers honest for Tyrone, 42 Chapman will be their big workhorse. And, he's a pretty big boy. Senior, 5'8", 190, runs hard.
And they all do. I mean, that's one of the things. And Mike Boydum for the Mirror put it this week as the Jason Wilson Bowl, because Jason, our defensive coordinator, was the defensive coordinator for Philipsburg the last 4 or 5 years. And he said coming into this season, this is probably the best Philipsburg-Osceola team that they've had in a good while.
And Jason, he also played against Philipsburg, too,
yep,
as a player. I remember going up there for JV. He was a fullback, and he had a really good game against the Philipsburg JVs that night. So he's well-versed with Philipsburg-Osceola. Looks like
Philipsburg won the toss and elected to receive. Tyrone is heading north. Philipsburg heading south.
Right.
Sooner or later, I'm going to get this direction thing right.
All right. That's the player. That's the announcer of the game.
Thank you, folks. I'll be here all night, eat the veal.
And you did that in the dark, which is even more impressive. Good job, Jim.
I had my hot tub time, so all was good today.
Good job.
Golden Eagles 4-4. Philipsburg-Osceola Mounties 4-4 at Gray Memorial Field, or Gray Veterans Memorial Field. We're excited to bring you this Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference Week 9 of Golden Eagle football. And this coming Wednesday, you can join our sister station, 96.1 Hank FM, 7 o'clock for the high school coaches show this week. Dave Shannon, Jared Pruger. Going to talk to Tyrone head football coach John Franco from the Sinkin Valley Country Club. They'll recap tonight's game, look ahead to the crossover game, and find out who Tyrone is going to have for Week 10 and learn a little bit about them. The high school coaches show Wednesday night, 7 o'clock on our sister station, 96.1 Hank FM. It's going to be Titus Novak, the sophomore, out to kick off for the Golden Eagles. Back deep for the Mounties. Number 2, Connor Gano. And number 23, Robert McClenahan.
Beautiful night. Nice crowd, homecoming crowd on Tyrone's side. Philipsburg is, they're getting people in there. No wind. Flags are just hanging limp.
And it was beautiful before the sun went down. The leaves changing on the mountain over the visitor side of the stadium. Titus Novak puts his foot to the ball, kicks it deep. Gano takes it at the 7. 15, 20, 25, cuts in, 30. He gets hit at the 30-yard line. 54, Lucas Bonsall, and number 5, John Stroup, and 33, Dylan Robinson on the stop for the Golden Eagles. So it'll be 1st and 10. Philipsburg-Osceola, ball's going to be at the 30-yard line.
And that's another thing that Tyrone needs to do tonight, exactly what Dylan Robinson did there. You wrap them up, bear hug them, and run through them. Don't stop driving those legs. Nicely done by Robinson.
1st and 10 for the Mounties. Looks like a quarterback switch. Number 9, Warren Rafferty, is in the gun. 23 in motion. That's McClanahan. There is a penalty.
I think that's going to be an unforced penalty against Tyrone. I think they broke the neutral zone.
Philipsburg's walking backwards. Illegal procedure on Philipsburg, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. Take it back to the 25, 1st and 15. Philipsburg with a penalty before they even got their first snap off.
They had a motion man going there, and apparently somebody else must have moved at the same time.
1st and 15 Mounties, number 9. Warren Rafferty at quarterback. 23, McClanahan in motion. Handoff, 42. That's Colton Chapman. He might get a yard to the 26. 67, Kyler Sahoney. 33, Dylan Robinson. And number 8, Marshall Martin on the stop.
Good gang tackling. Wrap up, wait for the cavalry, and then put them down.
2nd down, 14. Ball's at the 26. The one thing I love about this booth, Chuck, we have to find all kind of angles for us to see. I'm out the door.
No.
McClanahan in the gun. Hands inside again. Number 42. Colton Chapman. That's Ashton Amy, who was first in on it, along with John Stanton on the stop. It's going to be, they're giving them maybe a half a yard, so it'll be 3rd, and we'll call it 14 still. Ball's inside the 32,
and
or the 27.
Kudos to Ashton Amy there. He not only wrapped him up first, he held him up, and he was wrestling him for the ball when 3 other Tyrone Golden Eagles came in. That's how you force a fumble. Good job. Way to play hard football.
Mounties in the huddle. Under 10 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to race for it. Get the snap off with 1 second left. Hand off to 26. Jaden Jones, 5'10", 185. He might get to the 29. So it'll be 4th down and 11. Philipsburg is going to punt.
And give credit to Parsons. He came up from his deep position there and was the first man to make the tackle. Surprising, John, they didn't throw one pass on that opening drive. That might be something to keep an eye on.
Well, the other thing is it's surprising that Rafferty is a quarterback.
Yes, it is. And maybe that's why they haven't thrown a pass.
Snap, punt. Eli Wimmer back to receive it. Fair catch. Takes it at the Tyrone just inside the 35. We're going to mark it to 34. So it'll be a 1st down, Golden Eagles. 35-yard punt for the punter for Philipsburg.
And that was a lot of sky time on that punt, too. So he kind of set up Tyrone in good field position, but he got it away from him. His own field.
Archer Boffman has been the quarterback for Philipsburg most of the year, but number 9 freshman Warren Rafferty started with the snaps.
And they marked that ball on the 34. That's where Tyrone will start off.
1st and 10, Tyrone. Wimmer in the gun. Marshall Martin in motion. Wimmer's going to roll left, keep it himself. Whitby throws a block. Wimmer, 40. Out of bounds at the 44. It's going to be close to a 1st down. Let's see what they're doing.
And Chapman over there to force him out of bounds. It looks like they're going to get that first down.
They haven't moved the chains yet, but it looks like they're getting ready to. Now they are. First 10-yard run for Eli Woomer. 1st and 10, Tyrone. Ball's going to be at the Tyrone 44. Mason Amy split left. Ashton Amy in the slot. Braden Parsons right. Marshall Martin in motion. Woomer in the gun. Fakes the handoff to Whitby. Rolls right. Marshall Martin. Oh, no, he throws it all off the hands of Ashton Amy. That was a good in-between route, just off his hands, a little behind him, but it's going to be incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Oh, and he was wide open on that play, too. There was a man underneath him that froze the corner, and he was there. Tough.
Both him and Marshall Martin had all day to go with him. Eli had a lot of choices, and just threw a tad behind and off the hands of Ashton Amy, so it'll be 2nd down, 10, ball at the 44.
Good ball faking, too, by Wilmer. Philipsburg's playing a 4-4.
I'm watching enough of practice now that Eli doesn't fool me that much. See if he gets me once this game. He's got me once almost every game. 9:20 and counting, low snap. Wilmer picks it up. Going to keep going. Looks deep.
Oh, that's going to draw.
It's going to be an interference. It is.
Yep.
Threw it deep, intended for Mason Amy on the bad snap. Mason Amy running a go route. Woomer threw it up. And the Philipsburg Mountie defensive back number 2, which is Connor Gano, wound up running right into Mason Amy on the throw. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty, 1st down for Tyrone.
And that's one way to take a bad snap and turn it into a great play.
Should end up marking the ball at the 41 of Philipsburg. See how good my math is at Tyrone Education. Boom, 41-yard line. 9:12 remaining in the first quarter. Golden Eagles with a 1st down on the ground with Eli Woomer. 1st down on penalty. Braden Parsons right. The Amy brothers in a slot, in a twins to the left. Handoff Whitby, left side, breaks free. 40, 35. Spun but got brought down. 54 for the Mounties is Evan Eichenlaub, a senior. One of the two on the stop. The other was number 53, Jack Cartwright.
And credit Whitby there for a good bounce out. He was going to take that off guard, saw that it was plugged up, and he bounced it off quickly, turned it into a nice gain, making it to shorten the chains up for the Golden Eagles.
And when he did the spin, he wound up putting both hands on the ball and pulling it in tight, so there was no chance of it getting knocked out. Whitby in the Wildcat with Eli Woomer to his right. Whitby looks, escapes, breaks free, 30, 20, nobody's going to catch him. That's a 35-yard touchdown run for Caleb Whitby out of the Wildcat. And the Golden Eagles are up 6-0 pending the extra point as Titus Novak comes in to attempt the extra point.
And that linebacker blitzed the B gap, and he had both hands on Whitby, but Whitby he shows how strong he really is. He broke that tackle.
Titus Novak to attempt the extra point out of the hold from Eli Woomer. Good snap, good hold. Extra point is up, and it is good. So with 8:17 remaining in the first quarter, Tyrone takes a 7-0 lead over the Philipsburg-Osceola Mounties. And, Chuck, this is the kind of start you wanted, a 3-and-out on defense and go right down the field on the offense.
That's right, and you keep that offense off the field and now do the same thing. And the other thing we talked about is to get up in front, get ahead on the scoreboard. They can go up, get another 3 out and come back down and get up by 2 scores. That could change the game calling position for Philipsburg's offensive coordinator tonight.
I want to say thanks to our sponsors who make the broadcast possible. The Richard H. Sear Funeral Home is our presenting sponsor. Snare & Associates Mortgage Services present the broadcast booth. Greystone Court Villas, First Stop Shop, Colonial Courtyard, Community Pharmacy, Max Market and the Gridiron, Shoe Fly and Appalachian Running Company, Allied Milk Producers, Pacifico Bakery, and Proactive Sports. I want to say thank you for taking the time and giving us the opportunity to call Tyrone Golden Eagle football for you on another beautiful Friday night here at Gray Field. Waiting for Philipsburg to get their team out, number 2. Connor Gano. And 23, Robert McClanahan back for the Mounties. Novak kicked it to the 7 last time. Kicks it deep. McClanahan takes it at the 8. 15, 20. 25, breaks free. Braden Parsons, that was a great tackle. Picked him up by the leg and took him right down. Parsons stops him at the 39. And it was between him and Titus Novak who would have been stopping him.
And what you got to like there is he broke down, saw he was not going to take the outside route, and then got those legs moving again, ran right in low, head up low, and he actually picked the runner up and put him down on his back.
So it'll be 1st and 10, Philipsburg-Osceola, ball at their 39-yard line. 8:08 remaining in the first quarter. Tyrone up 7-0. Number 9 for the Mounties. Warren Rafferty at quarterback. Drops back, throws 42, which is Colton Chapman. Makes the catch. Dylan Robinson on the stop, drags him for a few yards, but there is a penalty flag down.
And for Tyrone there, the number 67, is that 67 for Tyrone, come limping off the field. And he's limping pretty good now, going right over to trainer Dave.
That's Kyler Sahoney. Yeah. And also Dylan Robinson had to come off because his helmet popped off.
And it looks like there's a penalty against Tyrone to boot.
Looks like illegal use of hands. So put 5 yards on. It'll be 1st and 10. Philipsburg, it's Tyrone 45.
And you saw what happened there when they tried to tackle Chapman up around the shoulder pads. He carried them for about 8-9 yards. Got to get low.
1st and 10, 8 minutes and counting. Tyrone up 7-0. Handoff inside. 42, Chapman with the ball. They're going to take him down to about the 36. Gain of about 9. Lucas Bonsall on the stop for Tyrone. He had him around the waist. He just pulled him for another 4 yards.
He's tough, and Lucas got up, and he was holding the small of his back. He's trying to walk it off out there now, but you could tell he took the brunt of that run. Chapman's such a hard runner.
2nd down, 1. Ball's at the 36. 7:25 and counting in the first quarter. Rafferty, empty backfield. Handoff inside to 26 on the jet sweep. Slipped on his own, but he did not get marked down. It looked like he was down, but they let him go to the 30. It'll be a 1st down, 6-yard carry for, it looks like, number 26, Jaden Jones. So it'll be a 1st down for the Mounties. Ball at the 30. 7:05 and counting in the first quarter. Golden Eagles up 7-0, but the Mounties are driving. They mark it at the 29.
And this is going to be interesting to see now. This is where Tyrone, this defensive line has to get real tough now. They can't be backing up. They can't wait to take the hit. They've got to fire out and snap the ball low and quick.
Handoff inside, good play. That's Kyler Sahoney, that is Caden Ansman, who's in for Kyler Sahoney, came around the left end and put a hit on number 44.
And that was a good penetration by the rest of the line because there was nowhere for him to run, and he hesitated a moment, and the tackle was on him after that. He couldn't get out of the...
Sorry, Chapman on the carry. 3-yard gain for the Mounties. Will be 2nd down, 7. Ball at the 36. But Caden Ansman was unblocked coming around that left end.
Yeah, he just came free.
2nd and 7, 6 minutes and counting. Fake the handoff, reverse, 23 with the ball. That is Robert McClanahan. And the Golden Eagles were there to make the stop. Looks like it's going to be about a 2-yard gain to the 24.
Nice job done there by number 4, Ashton Amy. That was an inside reverse with a trap block, and the trapper, Amy, eluded him, and he was in there to help make that tackle right away.
3rd down, 4. Ball at the 24. Mounties are driving. 5:30 and counting in the first quarter. Number 9, Warren Rafferty under center, going to roll right, looks, throws to the backside to the cheerleading squad. Was he out of the pocket, though? They're saying he was. It didn't look like he was out of the pocket. He was still inside the hash when he threw it to the cheerleading squad.
It's going to be a 4th down now, so this is Tyrone's time to buckle down and get that ball back.
Pressure was on with Ansman and Amy coming free, plus a bullet from Dylan Robinson on the blitz. 4th and 4 at the 24. Trips to the right. Rafferty looks right. Throws. Incomplete. Intended for number 26. Jaden Jones. Marshall Martin on the coverage. So it'll be Tyrone's ball. 1st and 10 on the 24 going the other direction.
And good pressure and hands up, making that pass throw go a little bit high, helping it to become incomplete. So Tyrone, as you said, will take over now, and this is key offensive series. Perfect to describe what we talked about pregame.
And with Philipsburg basically being a running team, if you get up 2 scores on them, it changes their game plan altogether.
Exactly. And they're in now they've switched to a 4-2-4. So they're playing quarters now in the back.
Tyrone will take a timeout as they didn't have all 11 on the field and the play clock was starting to run down. So with 5:15 remaining in the first quarter, we're going to take a 30-second break from the Snare & Associates Mortgage Services broadcast booth. This is Golden Eagle Football presented by the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home on 96.9, 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
Golden Eagle Football on the Train is brought to you by the Richard H. Searer Funeral Home, Greystone Court Villas, First Stop Shop, Colonial Courtyard, Community Pharmacy, Max Market and the Gridiron, Shoe Fly and Appalachian Running Company, Snare & Associates Mortgage Services, the Allied Milk Producers, and by Pacifico Bakery on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train.
5:15 remaining in the first quarter. Golden Eagles took a timeout when they didn't have enough people to get ready for the play. Now their offense is there. Coach Franco coming off the field. 1st and 10 Golden Eagles at the 24-yard line with 5:15 remaining in the first quarter. Twins left, twins right, Whitby to the left. Going to be a bubble screen. Mason Amy, 25, 30, 35, brought out of bounds. Looks like you're going to mark him at the 37. It'll be a 13-yard gain and a 1st down for the Golden Eagles.
And for the Philipsburg Mounties, that was number 22 that forced him out of bounds, and that's Aaron Davis, Jr.
Philipsburg played a little soft coverage there, so.
They're selling out for the run. I think they're looking for that run, but and Wilmer's doing such a great job ball handling.
1st and 10, 37. I formation. Robinson at the fullback. Whitby at tail. Ashton Amy in motion. Handoff Whitby, left side. Ball is out. Did Whitby get it back? Whitby did get it back. It's going to be a 4-yard gain to the 41.
And he saved himself 10 up-downs there. And once again, if there's one thing that he needs to work on, it's when he's running, his elbows have to stay in at the ribs and the point of the ball at the sternum. He has a tendency to stick his elbow way out, and it just takes one little hit of a hand, and that ball's coming loose like it did there.
4-yard gain, I formation again. Mason Amy right, Ashton Amy at a wing in motion. Whitby in the eye, behind Robinson. Fakes a handoff to Whitby. Wormer looks off the hands of Dylan Robinson. He was open. That was a 1st down just off the hands of Dylan Robinson. It'll be a 3rd down and 6.
Oh, Dylan, you got to catch that ball. That's on Dylan there. Whitby hit him right where he needed to catch it. But once you see that helmet move down before, just as the ball gets there, you got to start thinking, oh, don't take your eyes off the ball until you're sure you caught it.
Good throw by Eli Wimmer. Nice soft touch.
Right there.
Would have been a 1st down, but an incomplete pass for a 3rd and 6. Golden Eagles huddle up. 4:18 remaining in the first quarter. Ball's at the Tyrone 41. Amy's to the right. Braden Parson left. Marshall Martin in motion. Wimmer rolls right. Steps, throws. Mason Amy going to have the ball. They're calling it incomplete, saying he can get his feet down. So it's going to be a 4th and 6, ball at the 41.
This is a punting situation now. So that drop by Robinson there ended up pretty much making this a tough one. One thing I've noticed, John, is the defensive secondary cannot keep up with the Tyrone speed. So look for something to go deep, and it'll be a big hit.
Good snap. Whitby to punt today. Return number 2 at the 20. Gets brought down. Dylan Robinson, Marshall Martin, and Caden Harris on the stop of Connor Gano. It'll be Philipsburg's ball, 1st and 10 at the 34. And you notice there's a lot more starters playing special teams this week.
Oh, yeah. And that was evident last week. The touchdown run that gave Penn Camber the lead was when that makeshift kickoff or punt team was in there to try to give some of the
Owen Oaks was out there on special teams. Caden Ansman, Caden Harris. Haven't really seen them on special teams a lot this year. 1st and 10, Philipsburg. Ball at the 34. Hand off to 42. Lucas Bonsall wraps him up, holds him as much as he can until the cavalry comes in, but he's still going to get 6 to about the 40-yard line. His number 42, Colton Chapman, takes Lucas Bonsall for a little bit of a ride, but he held his ground, and his teammates came to help save the day with John Stanton and Dylan Robinson adding in.
Yeah, once he turns that corner, you figure he's going to get at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 or more, because he's not going to fall backwards, that's for sure.
And Lucas Bonsall's probably given up 50 pounds to the kid, too. 2nd and 4, ball at the 40, 23 in motion. That is McClenahan. Inside, handoff to 42, Colton Chapman. He's going to get about 11 to the Tyrone 49.
Boy, in that time for Tyrone number 15 there, it was right up there to initially hit him, and that's Braden Parsons, and he doesn't miss a tackle much, but to be honest, the Philipsburg player just ran right over him.
Yeah. Braden Parsons giving up at least 50 pounds to that kid, too.
Easy.
1st and 10, ball at the 49. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he gets brought right down. Rafferty going to get maybe yard and a half. Owen Oaks on the stop along with Dylan Robinson. And number 62, Colson Moore. They're calling it 2nd and 8. Ball's going to be at the Tyrone 47-yard line. 2:22 and counting in the first quarter. 7-0 Golden Eagles. Glad to have you at Grayfield with Chuck Bannis and I. I'm John Harlow. Another great Friday night of Golden Eagle football. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 47. Rafferty drops. Screen. Had 2 guys in the same direction. It went through the hands of number 23, Robert McClenahan, and wound up getting caught by number 2, Connor Gano. It's going to be for no gain, or maybe a yard. So they're going to mark it at the 46, so it'll be 3rd down. And it looks like 7.
And Parsons and there was 2 Golden Eagles that were really blitzing there, 66, which is, of course,
Caden
Ansman and Parsons. I mean, they forced that quarterback to unload that ball way early. He didn't want to throw that.
Rafferty drops, throws the inside screen. 26 on the catch, Jaden Jones, and he's going to get brought down at the 31. Mason Amy on the stop for the Golden Eagles, so it'll be a 15-yard gain, or 14-yard gain. They're marked at the 32 for a 1st down for Philipsburg.
Nice play call, good throw. Nice executed play. And, the Tyrone player was there, but just as the ball was caught, he was picked up by a blocker. So that was nicely done by the Mounties.
1 minute left in the first quarter. Good inside screen for the Mounties. 1st and 10, ball at the 32. Warren Rafferty. Hands off. 42. Colton Chapman. Marshall Martin was the first in on it, and then the rest of the Tyrone Cavalry came to make the stop, along with Stanton and Caden Harris and Caden Ansman.
John Stanton looked real good on that play. He swam in and then hit high, but then he slid down. So he did a nice job there. And
Philipsburg will have to run a play.
And you notice Stanton, how good he looks in the first half, but then because of that lack of depth that he can't rest, he gets tired.
Motion is McClanahan. Quarterback keeps, escape, there's a flag. He escapes the first tackle of Owen Oakes, but Dylan Robinson and Mason Amy come up to clean it up. They're going to mark it at the 31 with 7.1 seconds remaining. Let's see what the flag is. Holding. Philipsburg-Osceola.
And that'll be from the spot of the foul.
And they're marking it from, yep. So it'll be a second down and 20. Ball's going to be, or second down and 19. Ball's going to be at the 41. Clock is running, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Score is the Tyrone Golden Eagles 7, Philipsburg-Osceola nothing. From the Snare & Associates Mortgage Services broadcast booth, this is Tyrone Golden Eagle football, presented by the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home on 96.9, 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
Hi there, I'm Jennifer Fleck, Community Relations Director at Colonial Courtyard at Tyrone, and I'd like to invite you to come visit our senior living community. We offer 24-hour assisted living, restaurant-style dining, and a range of fun activities. For those in all stages of dementia or Alzheimer's, we have the experience, the expertise, and most importantly, a commitment to exceptional care. Schedule your visit at colonialcourtyardattyrone.com or stop in today.
Something bugging you? It's time to call Premier Pest Control. If your home or office is being overtaken by insects or rodents, call 684-2600. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour guaranteed response to your call. Avoid the hassle of having to explain your problem to several people before you even see the serviceman. When you call Premier Pest Control, you'll talk directly to the serviceman. So call 684-2600 and tell them what's bugging you. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour response, serving Altoona, Tyrone, State College, and surrounding areas.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train. WTRN.
Welcome back to Gray Veterans Memorial Field. John Harlow, Chuck Bannis, second quarter getting ready to begin. The Tyrone Golden Eagles, 4-4 record. Leading the Philipsburg-Osceola Mounties with a 4-4 record, 7-0. It'll be second and 19. Warren Rafferty. It's going to be a foul, offsides, Tyrone.
Number 7 for the Golden Eagles.
Caden Harris is going to jump.
He jumped.
He jumped with the motion, so it'll turn into a second and 14.
That gives them 5 yards. They're still well behind the chains, so the key is to not let them shorten the chains up too much where they'll have a, doable third down.
One thing, I was talking to Jason at practice this week, and he was going through defensive, saying the tendencies, and he went through every play that Philipsburg's run, and he's going percentages of, if they're in this set, this is what they're going to do X amount % of the time. 26 in motion. That is Jaden Jones. Handoff. Looks like 42. Chapman. He's going to get stopped at the 29. Caden Harris on the stop after his offside penalty to help make up for it. So it'll be a third down. About 7.
And they're still what we like to call long chains, so that's good.
But they're in 4-down territory inside the 30.
Yeah.
11 minutes and counting, second quarter. Golden Eagles lead 7-0. Hand off to Chapman. Going to get brought down good, hard tackle, Dylan Robinson. Wrestles him down at the 25. So to make it a 4th and about 3. 2.5. Dylan Robinson basically looked like he was at a rodeo where he was wrestling steers or something. Yeah. 4th and 3 at the 25. Rafferty in the gun. Rafferty under 7. Hand off to Chapman. Off the tackle of Eli Woomer. He's going to get the first down. They're marking him at the 21. Woomer had a shot at him, and
didn't wrap him up. He just put his shoulder in there like towards the ball, but he got to wrap Chapman up.
I still think if he would have wrapped him up, he probably would have taken him for a 5-yard ride. So he basically knocked him off his balance, and the rest of the defense came in to stop him at the 26. But it'll be a first down for Philipsburg. Chapman, a tough, hard runner.
Oh, he puts his head down, too. He's not afraid to just try to bull you.
Motion, 26, Jones. Quarterback drops, looks, throws deep. Almost intercepted, or is it intercepted? Eli Woomer with a pick. They're going to mark it at, it looks like, the 12-yard line. Woomer stepped in front
nice
of the pass from Rafferty to, it looked like, 26, Jaden Jones. Woomer read it, came in front, made the pick, and it'll be Tyrone's ball, 1st and 10.
He did everything right there. He caught that ball at its highest point, and that didn't give the defender a chance to try to become a defensive receiver and knock that ball away from Woomer. Tyrone has it.
Golden Eagles will take over at the 11. I formation, Amy Brothers, twins to the right. Whippy and I behind Dylan Robinson, cuts left. Running behind Owen Oakes and Alex Starr. He's going to get about 7 out of that, up to about the 18-yard line.
And a good drive by Starr and Oakes, drive blocking down there. They just pushed the pile, and that was a nice gain. Shortened the sticks up real quick.
They're going to mark it as 2nd and 3, ball at the 18. 9:25 and counting, second quarter. Golden Eagles up 7-0. Mason Amy left. Ashton Amy in the wing. Pitch to Whippy, right side, cuts in. Again, spins. Going to get to about the 20, just over the 20. It's going to be a little bit short. Got to get to about the 21.5. So it'll be 3rd down, about 1.5 yards for the Golden Eagles.
He tried to pick it up, but the Philipsburg linebackers were there to keep him from getting the 1st down.
Golden Eagles 3rd and 1.5, just a little over 1. Just outside the 20-yard line.
Philipsburg now has all 11 defensive players within 7 yards of the ball.
Tyrone running an unbalanced line. 2 tight ends. Whitby up the middle. Breaks free.
There's a face mask.
Face mask, it isn't called. He gets to about the 26 for a 5-yard gain. 27, they're marking it, so it'll be a 1st down Tyrone, 7-yard gain for Caleb Whitby.
And he picked that hole out. They had, like we said, they had everyone up there 6 yards away. And he was still able to pick up that important 1st down.
Doesn't look like Kyler Sahoni's going to be back the rest of the night. He's on crutches with his shoulder pads off, and his right cleat is not on him. So,
yeah, he was limping pretty good coming off. That didn't look good.
Twins right, twins left. Whippy to the left of Woomer. Whippy looking deep over the head of Braden Parsons. Overthrew him by about 5 yards. It was close.
It was good coverage by the Philipsburg Mounties there. I mean, he was right there.
Number 2, Connor Gano on the coverage. So it'll be 2nd down 10. Tyrone ball's going to be at the 27.
And I'm watching the Tyrone line there, and number 54 for Tyrone. He has his hands full tonight. He's got one of the bigger guys, and he's bull rushing him every play. That is, of course.
Quick throw, Braden Parsons, right side, breaks the tackle. 40, thrown out of bounds, and it's going to be a late hit because he was already out before they threw him down. Number 45 for Philipsburg-Osceola, Mason Marlowe, ends up throwing him down late. It'll be marked to the 44. That'll be a 17-yard gain, and then add 15 on it. So Tyrone will have the ball inside Philipsburg territory. Should be at about the 41. Yep. I'm getting good at this math. I got directions. I got math.
And that was really a helicopter spin down, and he was already out of bounds when he threw him down onto the ground. So that was pretty. 2 flags come flying in. So both officials on this side picked it up.
1st and 10, Golden Eagles. Trips to the right. Whitby in the Wildcat. Looks, goes left. Going to get to about the 40. Maybe they're going to mark him at the 41. Not much of a gain there for Whitby out of the Wildcat. Stopped by the interior of the Philipsburg-Osceola defense.
They may just call that 2nd down and 10 and no gain. He did not get a chance to move his head forward. They stacked him up immediately when he got to the line of scrimmage.
Look for something coming off of that when you have 3 guys to the right. Whitby can throw the ball. 2nd and 10, 7-11 and counting in the first half.
And again, Philipsburg has all 11 players within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Wimmer drops. Throws deep. Braden Parsons just out of his reach. He was open, too.
All kind of time for Eli. He had no pressure whatsoever. Good job by the Tyrone front to keep him from having to. He went through his progressions. You could see him looking.
Mason Amy on the deep ball was covered a little too tight, but Braden Parsons on the deep drag, or the deep flag, he was open. Wimmer just missed him by about a foot. 3rd down, 10, ball at the 41, 6:53 left in the first half. Braden Parsons right, Amy Brothers to the left, Marshall Martin in motion. Wimmer takes a snap, fakes it, throws it away. Good play by Eli Wimmer. The screen was not there, and he had Philipsburg Mountie defenders coming down on him. He winds up just throwing it out of bounds. So it'll be a 4th and 10 ball on the Philipsburg 41.
And 45, Mason Marlowe hit him just as he was throwing the ball, but he did throw it away. And I noticed that when it's a passing situation, Philipsburg goes into a 4-3. But when they're trying to stop the run, they're playing a 4-4 with everyone inside 10 yards like they are right now.
Amy's to the left. Marshall Martin in motion. Wimmer rolls left. Looks. Throws
wide
deep.
Open.
Ashton Amy off his hands.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a touchdown waiting to happen. He was 10 yards away from anybody. He's beating himself in the head for dropping the ball. Hit him right. Drop. Beautiful rainbow ball from Eli Wimmer and Ashton Amy. And he doesn't drop much of anything.
No, his hands were, he tried to catch it like this instead of with both palms up. Probably a touchdown. He tried to turn his hands one palm up and the back of his hand towards his helmet. And that makes it a tough catch.
I was talking to the Tyrone coaching staff during the week, too. That fumble that Ashton Amy had at the end of the game last week was his first ever.
That was a
youth football, junior high, JV, his first fumble ever. There we go, 42 with the carry, and he's going to get stopped for no gain.
But Ashton Amy, he's kind of riled up about dropping that touchdown pass. He really popped that Philipsburg runner there.
I would not want to be the person in front of him right now. 6:15 and counting, second quarter. Golden Eagles up 7-0. 2nd and 10 for the Mounties at the 41. Philipsburg hanging around.
Yep.
Tyrone has pretty much controlled most of this game. Handoff, 42. Good tackle from behind. He broke free, and Braden Parsons saved the day coming from his safety spot across the field to stop him at the 45-yard line.
And when a safety makes a tackle on a run up the middle, you've got to assume and know that the front 4 of Tyrone is not getting off their blocks, which is allowing somebody to go down and pick up a linebacker. And that's exactly what happened there. Once they get to the second level, and if you give Chapman that second level and not any hands on him, he's going to be tough to stop.
14-yard gain for Chapman. 1st and 10. Handoff Chapman again up the middle. Dragging people. Looks like he's going to get about 7 out of it. Dylan Robinson on the bottom of the pile along with Caden Harris.
And this is what Philipsburg should and wants to be doing, is play smash mouth football and just run north right at them. And that helps wear the defensive front down for Tyrone.
2nd and 3. Warren Rafferty at quarterback, hands off to Chapman, right side. He might have got a yard. They're giving him 2, so he'll be brought down at the Tyrone 37. Or they're marking 36 now. 3rd down and about 1. Ball's got to get to the 35 with 4:35 and counting. Chuck, who do we have at halftime this week?
Actually, we're taking a look at the band, because there's so many people that are involved with the band boosters and that, and the work that those kids do. They start before the football team, and they play long after.
Yes, we did. Handoff. 42 breaks free. Chapman with the carry. Mason Amy comes in from the cornerback spot to wrap him up at the end after he bounced off a couple linebackers. But it's going to be a 4-yard run to the 32.
And Tyrone needs to stop this run, because if I'm the Philipsburg offensive coordinator, I'm going to go away from the pass and just say, hey, if we can get 5-6 yards on 1st and 2nd down, let's just keep piling it right at them.
1st and 10, Rafferty under center. Pitch, 42 Chapman. He might have got 1. Late flag.
Yeah, the kid took a cheap shot there at Dylan Robbins in the back, and I think the referee just walked over and threw his flag. That was pretty obvious.
Holding, Philipsburg-Osceola. So.
Yep, he grabbed him right in the back and just swung him.
So that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So they're going to be a 1st and 19, it looks like. Ball's going to be spotted at the 41. Be 1st and 19 for the Mounties. The work the band puts in is a ton of it. I remember back in the day.
Yep, and Mr. Dave Hawk, the band director for Tyrone, he does a good job with the kids and tells a little bit about what's qualifications and so forth. Interesting.
3:20 and counting. Handoff on the inside trap. 23. Robert McClenahan. Owen Oaks first on the stop.
Flags are flying in from the far side of the field, so we'll see what that's called.
Looks like it's a sideline warning on Philipsburg-Osceola. But Owen Oaks had him by the ankle. He slipped away at the very last second, but Stanton and Ashton Amy cleaned it up. Looks like Philipsburg is going to take a timeout. Philipsburg takes a timeout, so with 3:13 remaining in the first half, Tyrone's leads 7-0 from the Sarin Associates Mortgage Services broadcast booth. This is Tyrone Gold Eagle football presented by the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home on 96.9, 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
Golden Eagle football on the Train is brought to you by the Richard H. Searer Funeral Home, Greystone Court Villas, First Stop Shop, Colonial Courtyard, Community Pharmacy, Max Market and the Gridiron, Shoefly and Appalachian Running Company, Snare and Associates Mortgage Services, the Allied Milk Producers, and by Pacifico Bakery on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train.
We are back at Gray Field, 3:13 remaining in the first half. I want to say get well soon. George Kaup back in the hospital again. He's been battling it the last little bit. .313 in the first half. Philipsburg takes over as they come out of the timeout. 2nd down, it'll be 2nd and 21. The ball's going to be at the 43.
And that was nice of the officials not to start the 25-second clock, because they double whistled Philipsburg on that, giving them an opportunity to come out.
Handoff, 42. He's going to get about 7 of them back. He's going to get to the 35, 8-yard carry for 42, which is our boy Colton Chapman, who has big numbers in the first half.
Yeah, he's running hard. And number 8 on the tackle there for Tyrone,
Marshall Martin. He was our player of the game last week, so.
And they're, as we said, they're gonna just hunker up and go right straight ahead.
Tyrone with all 11 of their players within 7 yards. Drops back to pass. Rafferty rolls, throws, and
they're calling
it's calling it complete. Or is it Tyrone's ball? Yes.
Yeah,
Dylan Robinson with the pick.
How about that? He went up in the air and he came down, and the way that official on the far side, he didn't even signal that it was an interception.
So it'll be an interception for Dylan Robinson. So it'll be 1st and 10 Tyrone with 2:28 remaining in the first half. Golden Eagles have a chance to build on the lead, and Tyrone will get the ball to start the second half.
So that's 2 picks now for the Tyrone defense tonight with in the first half.
And we have a change of quarterback. Ben Walk is in. I formation. Eli Woomer and Mason Amy to the right side. Walk under center. I formation with Whitby at tail. Handoff Whitby, left side, cuts. He's going to get to about the 36. 5-yard gain. Give you a 2nd and 5.
Good safe first play. Get your new quarterback in there. Let him hand the ball off. Nicely done. Good call.
And part of this is Eli has been playing well at quarterback, but Eli's still your best receiver. So you want to get the ball in your best athlete's hands as many times as possible. They're getting it in Whitby's hand. Now they got to get it in Eli's hands. 2nd and 5. Ball at the 36. Walk under center. Looks. Quick hitch. Mason Amy. 40. Makes a cut. 45. 50. 45. 40. Knocked out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. That'll be a 28-yard completion to Mason Amy on the quick hitch. And he made a nice move and just busted past the Philipsburg defensive backs.
And his speed, they took a bad angle, and he was right by him. Gano Connor saved it by knocking him out of bounds there, but not until he picked up great yardage for the Golden Eagles.
1:43 and counting in the first half. Tyrone up 7-0 and driving. Ball's at the Philipsburg 34. Handoff Whitby right side. Going to get down to about 28. Good block by Alex Starr as he pulled from the left guard and came around and sealed him around and gave Whitby a few yards to get.
And Chapman was in on the tackle, so he's not only playing defense, he's out there hitting people. On offense, he's out there hitting people on defense.
Tyrone takes a timeout with 1:30 remaining in the half. They will have 1 timeout remaining in the rest of the first half. Again, this Wednesday night, the coaches show. Dave Shannon, Jared Pruger, going to talk to Tyrone head coach John Franco about tonight's game. And they'll look ahead to the Week 10 crossover matchup in the Laurel Highlands Conference. Dave and Jared will be at the Sinkin Valley Country Club. High school coaches show this Wednesday night, 7 o'clock on our sister station, 96.1 Hank FM.
And when I interviewed Luke Rhodes last week, he shared with me that after this game tonight, actually Luke Rhodes will be going over to the high school at halftime of this game to meet with his committee, and they're going to be watching and scanning games, and they're going to be there until about midnight tonight getting everything straightened out after all the games are reported tonight for the district playoffs and the seedings and that.
2nd and 4. Ball's at the 28. Walk in the gun. Quick inside. Eli Woomer cuts back. Looks like he lost a yard after he cut back. He made the catch at the 30, cut back trying to get extra space, winds up getting tackled at the 31. Or the 20. He was at 25, gets knocked out at 26.
Yep.
So he had 3rd down and 4.
And both receivers were open on those hooks. Those 5-yard hooks were both the Woomer
and Mason Amy over on that side.
Exactly.
Okay, we've got twins right, twins left. Amy and Woomer right. Parsons and Dylan Robinson left. Hitch and go. Nice catch, Mason Amy. Touchdown. Ben Walk got hit as he threw the ball. Mason Amy came out and caught it over top of the receiver. And it was a 26-yard touchdown. Ben Walk to Mason Amy. And it will be a touchdown for the Golden Eagles. 13-0 pending the extra point.
And, boy, that looked like a sure interception, and I think a couple of the Philipsburg defensive backs thought it was going to be intercepted. Nice adjustment by Mason Amy.
Somebody needs to send that video to ESPN. It might get on You Got Mossed. Extra point up and good from Titus Novak. So with 46.7 seconds remaining in the first half, Tyrone 14, Philipsburg nothing. Want to say thanks to our sponsors who make this broadcast happen. The Richard H. Sear Funeral Home is our presenting sponsor. Snare & Associates Mortgage Services broadcast booth. Also, the Greystone Court Villas, First Stop Shop, Colonial Courtyard, Community Pharmacy, Max Market and the Gridiron, Shoe Fly and Appalachian Running Company, the Allied Milk Producers, Pacifico Bakery, and Proactive Sports. The great folks who bring you Tyrone Golden Eagle football week after week.
And, John, this is where we wanted to be. As we talked about before the game started, you and I, and during the pregame, Tyrone get up by a couple scores and really put the pressure. Because, once you get up a couple scores, that pretty much hurts Chapman, too, because you just can't keep running the ball. You'll run out of time.
And Tyrone gets the ball to start the second half. Philipsburg took the ball to start the game. Titus Novak tees it up at 40. And you notice Lucas Bonsel's out here on kick coverage. Marshall Martin's out here on kick coverage now. Ashton Amy's out on kick coverage now. Squib kick down to the 30. Guess who gets it? Colton Chapman on the return. Squib kick to the 30. He returns it to about the 43. So it'll be a first down and 10 for the Mounties at the 43-yard line with 41.5 seconds left.
And that somebody might want to talk to Titus Novak and say, if you're going to squib it like that, don't kick it to Chapman because you might have to be the one to tackle someone.
I wouldn't want to be that guy.
What's the stats on Titus here?
They don't have him, but he's like 5'8", 80 pounds. No, about 135, 140. Drop back to pass. John Stanton gets his arms up and swats it down. It'll be a second down and 10. It was intended for number 3 for Philipsburg, Landon Nalen. But John Stanton got his hands up, knocked it down. It'll be second and 10, ball at the 43 with 37.3 seconds remaining in the first half.
Philipsburg still has 2 timeouts left, but they could run out of downs here.
Mounties head up the line. Twins to the left with a wing. Single receiver to the right. Hand off to Chapman. He gets hit by 50, Owen Oakes. 33, Dylan Robinson on the stop. He's going to get to about the 48. Maybe a 5-yard gain, so it'll be a third down and 5. Philipsburg takes a timeout with 27 seconds remaining in the half.
Well, they're going to continue to run the ball, but I look for something deep. The one pass he threw deep, he can throw the ball. I was wondering what we were going to see there, but he threw that ball. You referred to it out in the cheerleading section, but he was trying to throw that away. But he threw that ball 35 yards, at least 40 yards.
And it was a nice catch by one of the cheerleaders.
Yep, it was. So they still have a timeout left with 27 seconds left. So you can't figure that if Tyrone can keep, even if Tyrone allows 4 or 5 yards of carry to Chapman, they're going to run out of time. So they've got him in where they want him.
It's third and 5. You got to get that first down because Tyrone still has a timeout and could take the final timeout and make Philipsburg punt it. And the thing is, with Ben Walk, he can throw the ball.
Tyrone's going to be in there 4-3, and they're in a man coverage.
Quick screen to the left. Gano breaks free. 30. 20. Mason Amy comes from behind along with Caleb Whitby to take him out at about the 7. But it looks like the referee, there is a flag at the 50. Holding Philipsburg. It is coming back. There's a reason he had that big of a hole.
And I was going to say, that changes everything. We just got done talking about, they're not going to have enough time to run. But without a play like that, when you're down around the 4-yard line, yeah, you have time with the timeout left and Chapman is your running back. This is going to hurt Philipsburg badly, though.
Takes it back to the Philipsburg 38-yard line. So it'll be a third down, 15 with 16.1 seconds left.
And that big play was a 3rd and 5, and they would have had a first down inside the Tyrone 10. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 15 back all the way onto their 38-yard line.
That was the thing is on that one, even though it came back for the penalty, great hustle by Mason Amy and Caleb Whitby. Whitby came all the way across the field, and Amy came from about 10 yards behind to make the stop. Handoff, it's going to be...
Whistle dead.
Whistle.
Illegal
procedure on Philipsburg, so they'll go back 5 more.
And you got to appreciate the hustle. Even last week, Mason Amy ran down. That kid was gone. He was 99-yard touchdown, and Mason Amy could have said, okay, the game's over anyway. But he didn't. He took and closed that field, and he caught that kid and put him down.
When I saw him this week, I told him, I said, that was one of the best hustle plays I've seen in a long time. And then we just had another one between Mason and Caleb Whitby. I mean, Whitby ran all the way across the field to bring him out at the 5, along with Mason coming from behind. 15.4 seconds left, 3rd and 20. Ball at the Philipsburg 33. Chapman with the carry. He goes right. Mason Amy on the stop. He's going to get the first down. 22-yard gain to the 45.
You're playing right into Chapman's hands if you try to tackle him around the shoulders. You got to cut his legs out from underneath him, or he's going to just bull you.
Philipsburg takes a timeout with 7.7 seconds remaining in the ball game. In the first half. This will be their final timeout of the half. Tyrone up 14-0 with 7.7 seconds left.
It's going to be interesting, John, to see what stats that Chapman, rushing-wise, has already accumulated here in the first half. It's impressive.
The thing is, with Philipsburg's passing game, I mean, they've had a couple of those middle screens that have worked. One got called back from the holding penalty. One went really well for a good 25-yard gain. But he had a completion to the cheerleaders. He had a completion to Eli Woomer, a completion to Dylan Robinson.
Two picks, yeah. I mean, they're not strong passers. That's obvious. They rely on their running game, and that's why this 2-touchdown lead is so important for Tyrone.
And this is Rafferty's first game starting because Connor Boffman has been starting. Archer Boffman has been starting all season. And I don't know about you, I don't see number 7 over there either. He's been their starting quarterback all season.
Well, they had two players that were in civilian clothes, but they just had white sweatshirts on, no numbers.
Rafferty drops back, looks, escapes, slips and falls, and that will be the end of the first half. Caden Nansman's going to end up getting the sack because he fell down. So with no time remaining in the first half, Tyrone takes a 14-0 lead over the Philipsburg-Osceola Mounties into halftime from the Snare & Associates Mortgage Services broadcast booth. This is Tyrone Golden Eagle football on 96.9, 100.7 The Train. WTRN presented by the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home.
The Richard H. Sear Funeral Home is proud to be a sponsor of local high school sports. They've been proudly serving the Tyrone area since 1854. Their compassionate staff of funeral directors will help your family celebrate the life of your loved one. They provide a variety of services, including traditional funerals and graveside ceremonies, basic and full-service cremation options, grief support, pre-planning, and more. Give them a call at 684-3216 or visit their website at SearFuneralHomeINC.com.
Rising food prices bringing you down? Take a trip to First Stop Shop, where customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. First Stop Shop has the groceries and household items you need at discounted prices, produce, dairy, meats, and more. Check out First Stop Shop on Facebook for daily updates and specials. First Stop Shop, 1815 Union Avenue in Altoona, a proud supporter of Tyrone Golden Eagles football.
Shadows awaken and secrets stir. Our man's hearts are wars. The flags of tyranny rise with sword.
When the enemy will see is the flash of our cannons. They will hear the ring of our swords. They will know what we can do. By the sweat of our brows and the strength of our backs, the courage of our hearts. The field is ours. Under the sharpest eyes of the seven seas, Director Amanda Woods, Band Front Director Holly Henry, and Peyton Cayley, and Percussion Director John Servo lead this harmonious order. All hail drum makers Lucas Amy and Layla Westwood. With batons in hand and fire in their souls, they lead our crew through beats bold and marches mighty. Follow the rhythm or face the wrath. Band, 10th foot, hoist the colors! Hoist the colors!
When we open our eyes and hearts, we begin to see that both sides share common experiences, and the figurative tracks that divide us begin to separate. In the end, when we see others as people and treat them with kindness and understanding, we join together to become a stronger community. The band is led on the field by drum majors Clint Wilson and Hannah Gable. Soloists in order of appearance are Emma Connolly, Alexis Martinez, Hannah Gable, Evan Laird, and Aidan Miller. The band is under the direction of Mr. David Huck, and instructional staff include Brock Barnsel, Corinne Peppy, Marcia Fink, Lisa Geisinger, Wade Hunter, and Katie Mitchell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Golden Eagle Marching Band and both sides of the track. that, we have the winner. But before that, we'll give you some halftime scores. At halftime, DG and Springfield are tied at 7. Bellwood is just leading Bellefonte 14-0. Bishop Court is leading Forest Hills 24-21. And Richland is leading Bedford 35-0. Okay, that ticket is a blue ticket. So if you bought it 50-50 and you have a blue ticket, here's the number, 238-684. 238-684. And that is $430. So if you have that ticket,
about a half hour after the game, because everybody's playing tonight, so Luke and the group should have the crossover game figured out by about 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight.
11 o'clock, yeah. He said they'll be done for sure by Monday, and that's with all classifications. And that crossover game, we might add, will be here at Gray Field next week, so you can join us back here at home on the stream.
And it'll be senior night next week. We had homecoming tonight, senior night next week. The coaches' show will be Wednesday night, 7 o'clock on our sister station, 96.1 Hank FM. Philipsburg and Tyrone both out for the second half, getting loosened up before we have the kickoff, where the Golden Eagles will get the ball to start the second half with a 14-0 lead.
And the ideal thing would be to take the ball down the field methodically, take time off the clock, and put another 7 points up on the board to be up 21-0 and chew up about 4 or 5 minutes worth of clock.
And whenever it comes to Tyrone having a 21-point lead, that completely changes the game of head coach Jeff Roman and the Mounties, because they are a run-first team for sure.
Yep, and it's going to be tough for them to come back, for 21 points. The other thing that Tyrone has to do, and I'm sure some adjustments were made, is their linemen have to, win the hand battles up front, because that's one of the things that Chapman's having success for them, and that is blockers are getting down on the two linebackers that Tyrone have in there, because they're getting to the second level untouched.
And yes, Kyler Sahoney is out for the game. He's back out for the second half on crutches. So hopefully he gets healthy for next week. It's nothing major, maybe just a small sprain or something. But Trainer Dave will make sure he'll be ready when he's needed to be ready.
And hopefully they have something jacket-wise for him to put on, because he's got a T-shirt on.
Cut-off T-shirt. He's probably happy just the way it is.
No shoe and no sock.
He's probably still sweating. You can still see some of it dropping off. Plus, running the crutches, it's not easy. Nebraska, Minnesota, 0-0. Some big games tomorrow in college football. Ohio State, Wisconsin. Who you got?
I think Ohio State is just Ohio State.
Kurt Cignetti, the $81 million man, and number 3 Indiana hosts Michigan State.
And how about them knocking off the Oregon Ducks at Oregon?
Number 4 Texas A&M at Arkansas. Big game in the SEC. 2 of them, Ole Miss and Georgia. Tennessee, Alabama. Texas Tech and Arizona State. They'll be playing with a backup quarterback because their quarterback got injured a couple weeks ago. Oregon dropped to number 8. They'll play Rutgers. Number 10, LSU, and this is hard to say, number 17, Vanderbilt. Georgia Tech and Duke. The big one, USC, Notre Dame, never fails. It's always a good game. Oklahoma and South Carolina. Utah and BYU. That'll make Jason Wilson happy if BYU finds a way to win. Number 16, Mizzou against Auburn, the Fighting Bo Perbrillas.
And he's having a heck of a year for the Missouri Tigers.
Washington State at Virginia, South Florida, Florida Atlantic, Texas and Kentucky, Memphis and UAB, Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, your top 25. Locally, IUP and Slippery Rock, Juniata is at Susquehanna's at Juniata. St. Francis, it looks like, has a week off.
And I'm looking out here. Tyrone has the hands team, but I'm looking at number 13, and on the other side there, they look like almost junior high players. So there are a couple substitutions being made here to start this second half, because those are guys who are pretty pretty small.
But Jesse Parks is a junior who plays on a decent basis. So what Tyrone did, and they've been practicing that with the muddle huddle before the kickoff, they all get together in the middle, kick off deep. It's going to be Caleb Whitby. Drops it, slips, picks it up at the 5, 10, brought down at the 11. Whitby saw the big hole. He had lots of room and just didn't watch the catch through.
Nope. Right through his hands. Hit him in the chest, right down his stomach, and right between the forearms to the ground. And then by the time he picked that up, John, the cavalry was upon him.
Second half going to start. Eli Woomer's back in at quarterback. Because Ben walks over here standing by Coach Franco, so can't miss Ben, 6'4", pushing 6'5". Mason Amy to the right. Ashton Amy on the wing to the left, I formation. Whitby at tail. Ashton Amy in motion, handoff Whitby, left side. Drives. Going to get to about the 14-yard line. 3-yard carry, be a 2nd down and 7. And guess who's on the tackle for Philipsburg? The same guy we talked about on offense all day, Colton Chapman.
Yeah, he's been playing tough on defense, too. He's all over the field. He just doesn't stay in the middle. He's making tackles on both hashes.
2nd and 7. Mason Amy wide left, Ashton Amy in the wing. Fakes a handoff. Woomer steps up, throws, hits. That's Caden Harris on the catch. He's down on contact. They're going to get it to about the 18-yard line, so it'll be a 3rd down and looks like close to 4. First catch of the year for Caden Harris, who started the year on the line, but with the quarterback movement with Ben Walk playing more quarterback, they needed another tight end, so Caden Harris went from 74 to 7. And his first catch of the year. And he told me in practice, he said, I'm going to catch one, but it's going to be an 80-yarder. That wasn't 80, but kept the chains moving. Woomer looks, sacked.
Boy, he came untouched. Woomer never had a chance, and plus he didn't see him coming.
He was trying to get a hitch to Braden Parsons, but he never got to the point where he could make the hitch. It shot right through the B gap between the center, Caden Ansman, and the left guard. And straight to Eli Woomer, and he was brought down for a loss back to the 10-yard line. So it'll be a 4th down at about 10 from the 11. Whitby is back to punt in his end zone. Kicks an end-over-ender. Picked up by Gano, 45. Stopped, number 5, John Stroup on the play. 2-yard return and a great tackle by Stroup.
Yep, sure tackle. Yep, he misses that tackle. They're gonna start around the 30-yard line of Tyrone. So nice tackle by Stroup to keep them just inside the 40-yard line of Tyrone. So Philipsburg starts with good field position now.
Plus field position for the Mounties. 1st and 10, ball at the 39. I got a feeling who's getting the ball this play.
I would say Chapman. And they've been running away from the strong side, so look for him to come to the left.
Handoff Chapman goes halfway to the right side. Colson Moore meets him at the hole. Held on, or not, Caden Ansman met him at the hole. Held on, 2-yard gain for Chapman, so it'll be a 2nd down and 8. Good hustle by Caden Ansman coming around right side. Untouched and grabbing him by the knees and holding on for dear life.
Both linebackers for Tyrone were able to come hard also and be on the tackle there. So that's an example of not allowing the blockers to shed off the linemen and get the linebackers.
2nd down, 8. Rafferty under center. Rolls. Looks. Nobody open. Marshall Martin comes in. He throws it away.
Coverage sack there, or not a sack, but he threw it away. So that's a coverage takeaway down by the Tyrone secondary. Nicely done.
And if he didn't throw it away, Marshall Martin had a beat on him, and he was going to plant him for about a 6-yard loss. So a 3rd down and 8. Good, smart play by Rafferty for a freshman throwing the ball away.
And
living to play another down.
And they've got them behind the chains, and that's where you want to take it down. 3rd and 8.
Down 14, they're probably in 4-down territory inside the 40. Rafferty in the gun, Chapman to his left. Motion, hand off Chapman, breaks free. They're going to mark him down at the 30, gain of 6. It'll be a 4th and 1.
And again, he just barrels over people, going from 3rd and 8 to 4th and 1. And it's all on Mr. Chapman now.
Here comes Colson Moore in to put a little more beef on the defensive line. Could be Ashton Amy, Colson Moore, Stanton, Caden Ansman up front. Tyrone with all 11 players within 7 yards of the ball. Chapman going to break free. Puts his head down, going to get about 4. They're going to mark him at the 30 or at the 26. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Mounties.
And he just keeps grinding away. And this could be quite a ball game here if the Mounties can put it in.
Tyrone up 14-0. Philipsburg driving. Ball's at the 26-yard line. It's been the Connor Chapman show tonight. Or Colton Chapman show. Inside handoff to 26. Jaden Jones, he was stopped. Marshall Martin cleaned it up. Also Caden Ansman on the play. Yep. 2nd and 12. 2-yard loss.
Yep, and that was a very good penetration there by the Golden Eagles and a good wrap-up tackle.
Ansman wrapped him around the waist, and Martin come in and cleaned it up. 2nd and 12 for the Mounties. Ball at the 28. Twins to the right. Handoff inside. You'll never guess who. Chapman.
He's trying to move the pile, but
gets to about the 25. Is where they're going to mark him dead at. To be 3rd down and about 9.
And right now with the Tyrone, 3 downs that Tyrone had and this drive that Mounties had, they've already taken more than 5 minutes off the clock in the 3rd quarter.
6:50 and counting. Tyrone up 14.
And that'll be real important if Tyrone can get the ball back without giving up any points here.
Warren Rafferty at quarterback. Chapman to his right. Motion, Jones. Rolls right, looks, throws across the middle, complete. It looks like it could be short. Looks like it'll mark him at the 18. So it's going to be a 4th and maybe 2.
And does anybody think that anybody but Connor Chapman's going to get this ball?
I was thinking they would hand it to anybody else but him. Not that he does anything. They actually looks like they're going Wildcat with Chapman going to take the snap. That's exactly what they're doing. They're going Wildcat with Chapman at taking the snap. And he does. He goes up the middle.
Well, he just bulls his way for the 1st down.
Bulls his way to the 16-yard line. It's going to be close.
It's going to be
a 1st down. Yeah. They're marking up to 16. They need to get to the 17 for a 1st down.
No, they're looking. It's going to be. They're going to measure.
Bringing the chains out.
Yeah, he didn't get as good a spot as it looked. It looked like the pile had gotten, like you said, to the inside the 16-yard line, but they brought that ball back on the spot.
About the 16 and a half.
Half, yeah. He lost a half
Still
yard.
Looks good from here. If you look at where they had the ball marked on the other side. And, of course, it is a 1st down by the full length of the ball.
It's close.
What are they? Oh, we have chains. Linkage. Let's see what they end up saying. Tyrone's saying, yes, we got it, but
this reminds me of a very unfortunate game.
You having a Grove City flashback?
State College.
Now the referees are moving the players out. They're too close. First down.
Oh, my. That is the first time the second time. The first time I saw it, well, these guys didn't use a credit card.
No credit card this time, but they moved the chain.
Card.
They unraveled chains and moved chains and adjusted chains 3 different times.
3 different times and put the ball down. Well,
it looked from here it was the length of the ball, which it was. So here we go. 1st and 10. Ball's at about the 17. Rafferty in the gun. Chapman to his left. McClanahan in motion. Handoff inside Chapman. Tripped. He gets to about the 19 to be about the 14 to be about a 2.5-yard gain. 2nd and 7.
And, I'm sure somebody's spying him right now. It's just the idea, can they bring him down before he gets all that forward momentum going? Makes him even tougher to tackle.
Almost need 2 people spying him, as tough as a runner as he is. 2nd and 8. Philipsburg-Osceola, ball at the 14. Handoff, Chapman, shocker. Big hit, Braden Parsons, and look like Marshall Martin on the stop. It's going to get them to about the 10. So it'll be a 3rd down, about 2.5.
And the clock keeps ticking, and this is what Tyrone wants, but they don't want to give up any points here, obviously.
Tyrone was a 3-and-out. Mounties on about a 7-minute drive. Handoff Chapman inside. Good hustle. Caden Ansman still got the 1st down, but he hit him behind the line. He just fell forward and pulled Ansman with him for a couple.
He was 2 yards back in the backfield when he was hit, and Chapman's getting up a little slow right now.
I mean, Ansman wrapped him up solid. It's just Chapman had the forward movement that pulled him a couple more yards, but good, solid tackle by Caden Ansman, who's been doing a nice job filling in for Kyler Sahoney at defensive end. Chapman, shocker, left side, touchdown. That'll be a 7-yard touchdown run for Colton Chapman, and it cuts the score to Tyrone 14, Philipsburg-Osceola 6, pending the extra point. Big, long drive for the Mounties. A lot of Chapman. Number 27 to kick the extra point, that's Braden Phillips. And it looks like there's going to be an offsides. See if Philipsburg's going to go for 2 now. Move it up to the 1. Offside Tyrone, they decline. So they're just going to keep it where it is. Go for the 1. Kick is up. It is good. Phillips with the extra point after a Chapman run with 3:32 remaining in the third quarter. Tyrone 14, Philipsburg-Osceola 7. We'll take a 30-second break from the Snare & Associates Mortgage Services broadcast booth. This is Tyrone Golden Eagle football presented by the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
Golden Eagle football on the Train is brought to you by the Richard H. Searer Funeral Home, Greystone Court Villas, First Stop Shop, Colonial Courtyard, Community Pharmacy, Max Market and the Gridiron, Shoe Fly and Appalachian Running Company, Snare & Associates Mortgage Services, the Allied Milk Producers, and by Pacifico Bakery on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train.
We're back at Gray Field. Tyrone 14, Philipsburg 7, 3:32 remaining in the third quarter. Number 27, Braylon Phillips has it teed up. Philipsburg fakes going for the onside kick. After the Bellefonte game, Tyrone is definitely watching for that. Phillips kicks it deep. Whitby takes it about the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nobody is catching him. Let's see if he can get by Phillips. Dive, misses. Whitby is gone. 90-yard touchdown return for Caleb Whitby, and just like that, there are no flags. It is 20-7 pending the extra point.
He caught that about the 5-yard line?
10-yard line, Chuck. 90-yard kickoff return for Caleb Whitby.
And boy, he turned the burners on.
Once he made that move past Phillips, the kicker, he was gone. I didn't even have to tell you 40, 30, 20 because he was, before I could get them all out, he was probably in the end zone. Titus Novak to attempt the extra point, put Tyrone back up 2 scores. Eli Wimmer the hold, good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good.
Well, that's how you answer. No question about that.
Didn't have to do anything on offense that time.
No. And, yes, the Philipsburg Mounties put together a huge scoring drive, and during that scoring drive, they took about almost 7 minutes off the clock. And Tyrone, after giving up the touchdown and all of a sudden seeing their lead cut in half, answered and put 7 back within probably what? I think it took him
12
seconds to run that 90 yards.
The only problem is with it, guess what? The defense has to go back after, 15 plays of getting pounded by Chapman on a play-by-play basis.
And that just goes to show you that Chapman must have worked awful hard in the weight room and off-season, because he's been all over the field on defense, all over the field on offense. He's running almost every play. I'm sure right now he has almost 130, 135 yards rushing for Philipsburg. So he does not appear to be getting tired. He's still running over people.
Well, he had 106 in the first half, and he was most of that last drive that was 7 minutes. So he might be at about 150 already.
Pretty close, yeah.
So Titus Novak is getting ready to kick off. Back deep for the Mounties is number 2, Connor Gano, and number 23, Robert McClenahan. 3:17 remaining in the third quarter. Just seems like it was 3:25, and Tyrone was only up 14-7. Now it's 21-7. Novak kicks it deep. Taken at the 6 by McClenahan. 20, 30, makes a break. 40, 42, thrown out of bounds, Jesse Parks, and 15, Braden Parsons on the stop, but he gets it up to the 44-yard line.
It's going to be nice opening field position now for the Mounties.
Just had an open seam. Tyrone just didn't seem to get down there quick enough to make the play. By the time he had a head of steam going, next thing you knew, it was Braden Parsons and Jesse Parks trying to knock him out of bounds right around the 40. He wound up still going another 4 to the 44, so it'll be 1st and 10 Mounties at the 44.
He had a full head of steam when he went into that foul.
Here comes number 9, the quarterback for the Mounties, Warren Rafferty. His main job tonight has been handed to Colton Chapman. And I'm going to guess, here it goes. No, it is not Chapman. Shocker, it was 26. Jaden Jones with the carry. And he gets knocked back for about a 4-yard loss to the 20. Colson Moore first in on the play, along with Ashton Amy and Dylan Robinson.
And boy, I'll tell you what, for Tyrone there, number 50, Owen Oakes, the runner was still standing up, and Owen just unloaded on him there too.
2nd and 13, they're going to call it. Ball at the 41. Rafferty rolls right. Throws it out of bounds. Ashton Amy and Marshall Martin there to put a whooping on him as he was throwing.
Yep, putting pressure on him. He had to throw the ball out of bounds. And again, good coverage sack. The Mountie offensive people, receivers, are not getting separation, John.
And you look at it, Tyrone's defense, phenomenal with the way they've been playing this year. They have 15 interceptions on the year. Mason Amy with 5, Owen Oakes with 3, Braden Parsons, Eli Wimmer with 2 each, Kyler Sahoney with 1, Jesse Parks 1, Caleb Whitby 1. So it'll be 3rd and 13 for the Mounties. Quick screen to number 2, and look who's right there. Number 4, Ashton Amy. He is making up for that drop touchdown because we're calling his name a lot on defense, and that is no gain on the quick screen. He came from his defensive end position to put a whooping on number 2, Connor Gano, to bring up 4th down.
And he did a great job there. He came underneath and actually sealed, because they did have a blocker out there on the Tyrone defender, but Amy just cut it off. He's playing a heck of a game tonight.
High snap. Wobbler. Eli Woomer picks it up at the 20. Brought down at the 20. No return, so it'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Ball at their 20-yard line. And let's see what they end up doing offensively. We were wondering what they were going to do offensively the last possession, but we didn't care because Eli Woomer took it back. Caleb Whippy took it 90 yards for the kickoff return.
Right. And now this time they can easily, without trying too hard, take this ball game into the 4th quarter here during this offensive series.
Looks like Ben Walk's coming back in at quarterback. I see gloves on Eli's hand and one glove on Ben Walk. No gloves on Ben Walk. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ben Walk under center for the Golden Eagles. Marshall Martin at 4-back. Ashton Amy at tailback. Twins left. Mason Amy, Eli Woomer. Handoff. Ashton Amy breaks free. 25, 30, 35. Going to get a 15-yard gain. Marshall Martin is hurt. He's coming out. Looks like he got a stinger on the wrist. Dylan Robinson coming back in.
And
15-yard gain for Ashton Amy and a 1st down.
Dylan Nick for Philipsburg spun him down, but it was funny because you spun somebody down, you actually spun him forward for 5 more yards.
I thought they were going to do it. I thought they were on Dancing with the Stars for a second because he kept spinning them and spinning them. He kept going forward for another 4 after the first hit with the spins.
Yep.
I formation, Robinson at fullback, Twins left. Ashton Amy at tailback. Handoff Amy again up the middle, 40, 45. Brought down just inside the 50. 14-yard gain for Ashton Amy. 2 carries, 29 yards right there. The offensive line for the Tyrone Golden Eagles is playing some ball tonight.
Yeah, they're opening up some holes. There's no question about that. But you know what? The running backs are helping because they're hitting the holes quick, and they're not going down with the first hit.
1st and 10, Tyrone, ball at the Golden Eagle 49, 42 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Ashton Amy, Eli Woomer, Twins to the left. Ben Walk hands it to Amy. Ashton Amy left side, cuts, going to get about 3. Going to get brought down. And it looks like they're going to mark it at the Philipsburg-Osceola 49 with 19 seconds and counting.
And that's going to do it.
I don't think Coach Franco is going to run another play. I think they're going to raise their 4 fingers and wave to the crowd and say the 4th quarter's ours. At the end of 3 quarters, the score, Tyrone Golden Eagles 21, Philipsburg-Osceola Mounties 7 from the Snare & Associates Mortgage Services broadcast booth. This is Tyrone Golden Eagle football presented by the Richard H. Searer Funeral Home on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
The Richard H. Searer Funeral Home is proud to be a sponsor of local high school sports. They've been proudly serving the Tyrone area since 1854. Their compassionate staff of funeral directors will help your family celebrate the life of your loved one. They provide a variety of services, including traditional funerals and graveside ceremonies, basic and full-service cremation options, grief support, pre-planning, and more. Give them a call at 684-3216 or visit their website at SearerFuneralHomeInc.com.
Something bugging you? It's time to call Premier Pest Control. If your home or office is being overtaken by insects or rodents, call 684-2600. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour guaranteed response to your call. Avoid the hassle of having to explain your problem to several people before you even see the serviceman. When you call Premier Pest Control, you'll talk directly to the serviceman. So call 684-2600 and tell them what's bugging you. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour response, serving Altoona, Tyrone, State College, and surrounding areas.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train. The Train. WTRN.
Fourth quarter from Gray Memorial Field. Tyrone leads Philipsburg-Osceola 21-7. Second down and 8. Ball on the Mountie 49-yard line. Twins right. Walk in the I formation. Robinson at fullback. Ashton Amy at tailback. Rolls right. Throws. Hits Dylan Robinson. Going to get maybe 2 out of it before he gets thrown into the Mountie bench. Now they're going to give him 1. It's going to be a 3rd down and 7. The ball's going to be at the 48. Good safe pass, though. Good read by Ben Walk. He had Mason Amy way deep, but the coverage, he had coverage underneath, but he also had a rush coming in. He took the safe security blanket with Dylan Robinson. Brings up a 3rd and 7.
Good job by the officials marking the forward progress was actually stopped in bounds when they blew the whistle, so that even though he took him out of bounds, that continued to have the clock tick away.
3rd and 7. Ball at the 48. Trips left, single receiver right. Walk in the gun. Looks, throws deep. Ashton Amy. Oh, what a play. Number 2, Connor Gano just got his hand up and tipped it away, or that would have been another touchdown. Good ball from Ben Walk. Good route. Heck of a defensive play by Connor Gano to make the incompletion. He'll bring up a 4th and 8.
He had him. It was a little bit underthrown. Gave Gano a chance to get back there and get a hand on it, but he was beat on the play. Punting situation now, obviously.
Gano will be back for the punt. This time it is Titus Novak to punt. Ball hits at the 20, picked up at the 21. Lucas Bonsall and Jesse Parks with the stop after about a 3-yard return. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Philipsburg at their 24.
Good special teams play. They were down there. They crowded around him, took away any cutback lanes, made the tackle, keeping it well inside the 25-yard line.
Lucas Bonsall, solid, good tackle for the Golden Eagles. Special teams playing much better this week. Mounties take over, 1st and 10, trailing 21-7. 10:53 remaining in the 4th quarter. Quarterback escapes. Going to get out of bounds after about a 3-yard gain. It looked like Dylan Robinson had him on the blitz. He just stepped up, and it was almost like watching Wile E. Coyote run by the Roadrunner.
Yeah, it was like for a freshman stepping up in the pocket like that to avoid the pressure, that was pretty impressive. Nicely done.
Rafferty took what could have been a 6-yard sack and turned it into a 3-yard gain. 2nd down, 7 for the Mounties. Ball is at their 27. Clock is a matter of issue for Mounties right now. 10:46 as he ran out of bounds. Rafferty rolls right, looks, hits 42. Colton Chapman. Dylan Robinson and Ashton Amy on the stop. He's going to get to the 32. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 2.
And Dylan Robinson likes to hit high. he likes to be up around the shoulders and neck. It's pretty consistent.
Almost looked like it was one of those ones where like a hockey fight where you're pulling the jersey over their head.
Exactly.
3rd and 2. Mounties with the ball. Ball at their 32. Warren Rafferty, a nice game at quarterback. Handing to Chapman. Chapman goes left. There's a flag. He's going to be stopped short. About a yard short. He only got to the 28.
And the Mounties just tackled Dylan Robinson. He was coming flying in, and they just reached out and tackled him.
What? Face mask. Personal foul face mask on Tyrone.
Wow.
So it'll be a 15-yard penalty, and Philipsburg will get a 1st down. They'll mark it at the Tyrone, or at the Philipsburg 49 on the 15-yard penalty.
That could have easily been offsetting, but, I guess the face mask stood out. That was on the other side of the pile, obviously.
Didn't see who committed it, but it'll be a 15-yard penalty. Philipsburg gets the 1st down. Rafferty coming in. I was saying, Chuck, for a freshman, this kid's played a nice ball game.
Yes, he has. He has good feet work. He moves nice in the pocket. He throws a nice ball.
1st and 10, 49. There's a penalty for two people in motion at once. So take it back to the 44. That's one of the things that I've watched Tyrone in practice work on. Like Coach Franco says, and you've said in the keys to the game many a times, no offsides, illegal procedure type penalties that are controllable.
Yep.
Tyrone's had, one tonight? The offsides.
The very first play, yep.
And then Philipsburg has had 2 or 3. It's 1st and 15, 9:23 and counting. Another penalty. It's going to be on Philipsburg, another illegal procedure. It's going to turn into a 1st and 20 and drop the ball back to the 39-yard line.
And now it puts the Mounties way behind the stick. So not only do they have time issues and concerns, but now they have the chain.
I mean, their game tonight has been Chapman left, Chapman right, Chapman up the middle, Chapman any direction you can get him to go. It's tough to run him the way you do when you've got 9-14 and you're trailing 2 scores.
Mm-hmm.
And their big drive was a 7.5-minute drive. Rafferty, high snap, was supposed to hand it off to Chapman. He was gone before he got the snap in, and Caden Ansman came from behind and brought him down for a 3-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd and about 23, or they're going to give it a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 22, ball at the 37. Caden Ansman's played a nice game for the injured Kyler Sahoney.
Yeah, the Tyrone D has played well tonight. And the Mounties had gone, with this offense and running game, they had gone 6 quarters without scoring a point until they put that touchdown in just now.
Motion. Rafferty's going to be a middle screen. Picked off. Ashton Amy. 20-10. Touchdown. That'll be a 32-yard interception return for Ashton Amy. Same thing we saw Kyler Sahoney do at Bald Eagle area. Jumped up for the screen pass, tipped it to himself, and took it to the house. 32-yard interception return for Ashton Amy. That might make up for his touchdown that he dropped.
Yeah, I was going to say, and that was a much tougher catch.
So it will be 27-7, pending the extra point with 8:10 remaining in the ball game. Titus Novak out to kick the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and kick is good. So we have 8:10 remaining in the ball game. Tyrone is up 28-7, and that's really going to make it tough for the Mounties the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah. They're going to have to throw now on almost every play and score quickly. And that's going to be pretty tough to do.
And that's the 3rd pick of the night for the Golden Eagles.
And Ashton Amy has played knockout football tonight, so he's doing a really, really good job.
Minus the 1 drop, which he's probably kicking himself still. The minute they watch films later, he will kick himself the whole time he watched that. But what a great play to tip it to himself, take it back 32 yards to the house. Playing solid with the run game, had about 35 yards on the last drive. 2, 3, 4 tackles for loss. So we're going to line up for the kickoff. Titus Novak.
That's got to take a little bit of the steam out of the Mounties now. That was an important drive for them. And they had good field position. They crossed over the 50, and they never ran an offensive play before they were way back to about their 35-yard line.
2 illegal procedure penalties in a row, and then the screen that turned into an interception. Novak kicks it deep. Number 2, Gano at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No hold on Robinson. Still going, 45. Going to get marked down at about the 46-yard line. Marshall Martin and Titus Novak on the stop.
Yep, Novak coming down after that kick. And
nice catch by the ref as the Philipsburg player threw the ball over toward the Tyrone bench.
Good field position for the Mounties to start this drive.
take over at the 46, trailing 3 scores with 8 minutes in the ball game. Tyrone up 28-7. Motion, handoff, 42. He plows through 4 or 5 different players, but there's a flag late. Let's see what that is. Eli Woomer and Mason Amy on the stop after a 20-yard run. It's going to take him down to the 34, but let's see what the flag is.
Philipsburg's walking back.
Holding Mounties, so it'll be 10 yards from the spot. They have the spot at about the 40, so I'll take it back to, or at the 41, I'll take it back to the 49 of Philipsburg-Osceola. This will be a first and about 6.
And again, you know, if you don't take the legs out, going high on Chapman is not a very wise choice. You got to hit him below the knees, because you don't even want to hit him on the thighs, because he's got big thighs, he's powerful, and he's running right over people, and they're going for a ride because they're above his waist, trying to slow him down, and that's not going to happen.
Make it a 1st and 7, ball at the Mountie 49, 7:38 and counting. 4th quarter, Tyrone is up 28-7. Rafferty takes a snap, drops back, 3 into the pattern, throws, complete. Chapman, shocker. No, it isn't Chapman. It was 26 on the catch. That is Jaden Jones. I thought it was Chapman the way he just stood there and took the bowling ball, but Chapman was back playing fullback and making a nice block to give Rafferty that extra time to throw. Going to be a 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 1. Ball's at the 45 with 6:55 and counting. The clock is Tyrone's friend right now.
And I think everybody in the stadium knows Chapman's going to get this ball.
And he did. Right side, gets through. Lucas Bonsall held on by the ankles. He's still got a couple more after he hit him, but they're going to get him to the 41. It'll be a 1st down for Chapman and the Mounties.
And that starts the clock instantly. The change is set.
Lucas Bonsall with a good ankle tackle to hold on. May have drug him for another couple yards, but he still brought him down instead of him going to the house. 6:25 and counting. 4th quarter. Tyrone up 28-7. Quick throw to Gano. Right side. Breaks free. Eli Woomer with the stop down at about, looks like they're going to get to the 25. They pushed Mason Amy out of the way and had a nice little seam for Gano to run through before he got to Eli Woomer down at the, looks like they're going to mark it at the 24. It should be a 17-yard gain and a 1st down for the Mounties.
And Gano's very quick. They kept him in bounds, too, so once they spotted the change, the clock started running again. 6
minutes left in the ball game. Golden Eagles up 28-7.
And I'm surprised how deliberately slow the Mounties go back, huddle up, look to the sidelines, and then come up to the line of scrimmage. They're eating time themselves.
And a handoff inside, 23. McClanahan. It's Chapman on the inside. They came from a different angle with him. Looks like he got about 2 to the 22. 2nd and 8, 5:35. Thing is, Chuck, you have a freshman quarterback. Do you really have the 2-minute offense in with a freshman quarterback?
Probably not. And with a running back like Chapman and the way they were scoring points in games earlier this year, you probably didn't even put a 2-minute offense in.
Almost down to the 5-minute mark. 2nd and 8, ball at the 22. Rafferty in the gun, motion, inside handoff. That is 26, Jaden Jones.
That was a great tackle by
Ashton Amy, number 4.
Amy again.
Got some candidates for player of the game tonight, Chuck. Caden Ansman's had a nice game in relief of Kyler Sahoney at defensive end. I don't think we've called Ashton Amy's name at all.
Just a couple times. And again, look at the deliberation here. The play clock's down to 17 seconds, and it's running.
4:30 and counting in the ball game. Tyrone up 21. Rafferty in a gun, hands to Chapman. Chapman left side. Owen Oaks, first one in there. Braden Parsons dives in to help. It's going to bring up a 4th down, about 2. Going to get down to, it looks like, the 16. Marshall Martin comes in for Owen Oaks. 3:55. 4th and 2. Wonder if Chapman gets it. Motion. Handoff Chapman. Lucas Bonds will hit him. Spun. Continued. Lucas held on, but he still got about 4 to get him down to about the 12, it looks like. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for Philipsburg-Osceola, but the clock is going to keep ticking the minute they spot the chains. 3:43 and counting in the ball game. Philipsburg still looking for the play from the sideline. Play clock's down to 20. Chapman's going to be in the Wildcat. Going to take it right up the middle. Lucas Bonsall, Marshall Martin, Caden Harris all in on the stop. Going to get about 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8, ball at the 10. Time keeps ticking away. 3 minutes left in the ball game. Again, Chapman in the Wildcat. Takes it straight up the middle. He's going to get plowed by the Tyrone defense after a gain of about 2. It should be a 3rd down at about 5. Ball is going to be at the 7. Braden Parsons and John Stanton on the stop.
And they've actually taken a minute off the clock running 2 plays, trailing 28-7. You know, I mean, it's good for Chapman's stats, but it's not getting you any closer. And I think that's out of reach now, John.
It'll take a miracle, but remember, we've seen some crazy bad snap. Philipsburg recovers a loose ball. Number 44 on the recovery, that is Nick Dillon, a 5'11", 210-pound tight end. Going to be marked at the 8. So it'll be a 4th and 5. And Philipsburg's taking their time, bringing in the play.
Yeah, it's just
1:55 and counting.
Ticking. You're still putting people in the huddle.
4th and 5.
Play clock's down to 7 seconds.
And both teams have all 3 timeouts. Let's see what we have. We have a timeout by Coach Franco and the Golden Eagles. So with 1:43 remaining in the ball game, Tyrone is up 28-7. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football from the Snare & Associates Mortgage Services broadcast booth. This is Tyrone Golden Eagle football on 96.9, 100.7 The Train, presented by the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home.
Golden Eagle football on the Train is brought to you by the Richard H. Searer Funeral Home, Greystone Court Villas, First Stop Shop, Colonial Courtyard, Community Pharmacy, Max Market and the Gridiron, Shoe Fly and Appalachian Running Company, Snare & Associates Mortgage Services, the Allied Milk Producers, and by Pacifico Bakery on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train.
We are back at Gray Veterans Memorial Field. My nightly flip the lights off so somebody can see. 1:43 remaining in the ball game. Golden Eagles up 28-7. 4th and 5 for the Mounties. Motion. Rolls right. Number 9, Rafferty. Looks right. Throws to the back of the end zone. Intercepted, Eli Woomer. It's a touchback, and that is going to put the seal on it.
Yep.
Philipsburg does have 3 timeouts, so Tyrone needs a 1st down, or Philipsburg will get the ball back, but it's tough to catch 21 points in a minute 34.
Nice lateral movement by the Penn State defense, and the defensive backs didn't let anybody, open. And the quarterback ran out of territory, and he kind of threw a duck up there. So
He was trying to hit the receiver in the back of the end zone. It just sort of floated on him, and Eli Woomer out-jumped the receiver and got in front of him to make the interception. So 1:34 remaining. Let's see what Coach Franco has the Golden Eagles doing.
I think basically, obviously, they're going to run the ball, but they're probably going to run, and see if there's a bounce out just to keep the clock moving.
I formation, Woomer under center, Robinson at fullback, Whippy at tailback, Woomer quarterback sneak. He gets about 7. That's a late hit that nobody called. He slid, but 23. Robert McClanahan on the stop.
And I didn't think that Coach Vroman from Philipsburg would call a timeout. If he didn't call a timeout on offense and let all that time run off, there's no sense of wasting his 3 timeouts, down 28-7 now.
Well, let's see if Tyrone just goes into victory formation and takes a knee. Woomer waiting for the play clock to get down to probably 1 before he takes a snap. 5 seconds on the play clock, 50 on the game clock. Woomer, quarterback sneak again. Going to get to the 30. Be a 3rd down, and looks like it is going to be a 1st down.
There's about 2-second differential in the play clock, so they're going to have to run one more play.
Or just take a knee.
Right, which, yeah.
Tyrone is going to advance to 5-4. The Mounties will drop to 4-5. It'll lock in Tyrone's position right now as the 4th seed in District 6 Class AAA. Next week, the crossover game will be here at Gray Field. Woomer takes a snap, takes a knee, and that is going to be the ball game. From Gray Field, the final score, Tyrone Golden Eagles 28, Philipsburg-Osceola Mounties 7 from the Snare & Associates Mortgage Services broadcast booth. This is Tyrone Golden Eagle football. We'll have the post-game show next. It's presented by the Richard H. Sear Funeral Home on 96.9, 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
Rising food prices bringing you down? Take a trip to First Stop Shop, where customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. First Stop Shop has the groceries and household items you need at discounted prices. Produce, dairy, meats, and more. Check out First Stop Shop on Facebook for daily updates and specials. First Stop Shop, 1815 Union Avenue in Altoona, a proud supporter of Tyrone Golden Eagles football and athletics. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 3. Make First Stop Shop your first stop for discount grocery and household items.